when I discovered trading, actually, when I first discovered trading, I didn't want to trade. But later on, years later, when I got rediscovered to it, I knew I wanted to master the skill when I saw what it could do for my life. And I knew I truly wanted to learn the process and not just chase shortcuts. But the thing is, that doesn't mean I didn't make mistakes along the way. And I still make mistakes. They're just different types of mistakes, right? They're different levels. But I didn't know certain things that I don't understand why nobody told me. But again, I don't hold it against anybody. But there were things that I truly wish I knew that could have helped me become a lot consistent, a lot faster. I could say a lot of things, but I really want to highlight like the main points for you guys, just so I can be hopefully that light for you guys, so you can take these points and truly what I didn't know, you can take it and hopefully shorten your learning curve. And again, that's why I make content to help you guys out. Now, before we get started, we got to go over intro and the spills, right? What announcements? First off, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been before, of course, welcome back. My name is James Strong. I make videos about trading the financial markets and investing in the stock market for long-term wealth and asset appreciation. Now, housekeeping rules and announcements. Housekeeping rules. I make all these videos, man, out of love for my people, so y'all can get value. Like even when I was talking to one of my students, something I taught him literally in 5 minutes. I was like, dude, I lost $1,700 in 24 hours trying to learn this. So I make sure I'm giving value, but in return, again, all these YouTube videos and things are free. All I ask in return is, one, subscribe to the channel, man. If you're watching the videos, make sure you subscribe. Don't be one of the weird people who watch all my videos and are not subscribed, all right? Two, like the video. You know what I mean? Shows YouTube we're making good content out here and they can show it. And number three, man, make sure you share this video with somebody who needs it, man. The same way, if you getting value, if you like the information, make sure you share the video. All right, share it with your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your auntie, right? Somebody who's looking to be inspired, somebody's looking to change their life, man. Be that light, be that person who can give them a light when they feel like they have no way out. That's what this is about, man. This is a community where we're looking to help each other out. All right, so if you're trying to be a crab in the bucket, you kind of got the wrong channel. All right, but if you want to be that person, man, you want to work together to change your family's life, well, start by sending this video to them. Shoot them a text, shoot it to them on Facebook, whatever, right? Now, for the announcements. If you want a strong foundation in futures trading, join my next Futures to Freedom Challenge. I go over everything you need to know from A to Z to have a strong foundation development. And also, if you are looking to if you've been trading for a while and you want more personalized approach, you want to get over that hump, you can apply to work with me one-on-one. Now, I'm probably going to come out with a foundation development program, because I've had a lot of people ask me for help who have been trading with 6 months or less. And my one-on-one, if you're a go-getter, that's great. Like, I have people who haven't traded futures before who I work with. But understand that my one-on-one is designed for people who usually 12 months or greater. So if you're interested in this, man, join the foundation development program. I'm gonna have a wait list below. I'm most likely gonna do that once I get back in the country in a few weeks, and I'll start working on that. So then I'll probably start releasing that. But shoot me a DM on Instagram, man. Comment below, let me know, you want to join or whatnot. But just let me know, and then I can say, okay, I have more interest. But a lot of people have been DMing me asking for that and sending me emails as well. So, all right, that's that. Now let's get into the meat of the video. The things I wish I knew, dude. Consistency. Let's just jump straight into it, right? Consistency it matters way more than being right. Because a lot of people, especially when you're new, I know most people, even I ask this, right? People will be talking about trading in their setups or their systems. Obviously, as I say, right? Because the system is different than just a strategy. But people be like, oh, what's your win rate? What's your win rate? And even I thought that was important up front. And logically, we all understand that is not it. But we've been trained and conditioned with school through grading systems and all type of things to think, okay, the higher the percentage, the better, right? And psychologically, unconsciously, and I'm not going too deep into the psychological aspect. This is what I work with people with too, aside from the technicals. But it's like, dude, all you've seen your whole life is yo, if you get a 93 or above, you got an A. You know what I mean? If you get a 93 to 84 or whatever it is in school, you get a B, C, D. And so in our brains, we're trained to think the lower the percentage, the worse it is. But in trading is the opposite of like how humans even function. That's why it's so hard for people to make money, because the technical aspect, yes, is it like learning a new language? Yes, it is. It is challenging. But just like anything, once you learn that language, you can speak that mother tongue. But risk to reward is really what moves your account over time. It's not win percentage, because you can make 5-10 times the money over time by having a 40 or 50% win rate, but you have a 2.5, 3R, 4R risk to reward versus having a 65, 70% win rate, but you're only catching a 1-to-1. That doesn't mean both cannot work. I'm not saying that, but understand risk to reward is going to trump win percentage all day long if you're able to capture obviously those moves. But it's not about that, man. It's more about being consistent. Being consistent, whether you have the high risk to reward system that you like to trade and fit your personality, or if you have the higher win percentage with a lower risk to reward, right? But the thing, no matter what, you want to let go of the need to be right every time in the market, because it will sabotage you. And this is something that a lot of people, they can't let go of. They try to, but they're trying to hit 100%, and it's something you have to constantly work on, because it's a muscle, right? It's not like you say, okay, I'm fine one day. Like, no, you have to work on it, because you may do good for 2 to 3 weeks, and you come back one week and you're just like, man, I don't, you don't want to lose. And it's like, well, what happened? Anything could happen, right? And again, it starts to trigger the things in your life happen that could have triggered you. Did something happen today? Did something happen with your job that's making you trying to hurry up and get out? There's all type of things that could happen to make you feel more pressure could change that too. So it's not something you set up and forget, right? Like, it's something you have to maintain and continue to get stronger. So focus on showing up, focus on executing your plan, focus on staying consistent. Make sure you're writing all these things down, man. Like, it's a video, back it up, take notes. Make sure you're focused on staying consistent. Again, if you're doing the high risk to reward, if you're doing a higher win rate, whatever your system entails, make sure you're focused on that, because trading rewards discipline, not perfection. All right. Trading rewards discipline, not perfection. Make sure you start that part. The next point, you only need one setup. Now, I want to dive into this, because when I say this, I don't mean one strategy, right? Like, when it crosses the 15 EMA, goes under 50 SMA, you're looking for buys for it to go back up and break. Like, I'm not speaking on that. When I say one setup, I mean like one framework. Like, learn one way the market moves. Learn one good way the market moves, because unbeknownst to people, most ways of trading work. The issue is, can you understand most? Probably not, right? Going back to the language example I gave first, every language can communicate one another, but there are certain languages that you're going to grasp to easier, versus like me and Mandarin or Chinese. Ni hao ma. It's like, some stuff makes sense. You go to Vietnamese, it's harder. You go to Spanish, it's way easier. It just makes sense. That's going to be the same thing when it comes to certain systems. It may depend on who you're learning from, how they say it. It may depend on the time of your life. But a lot of new traders and developing traders who are looking to become consistent overcomplicate these things. And again, these are all things I've done, right? I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking like I'm above anybody. You know what I mean? I'm speaking from experience, bro. You don't need to chase all these different setups. Focus on mastering one. Focus on mastering one good way that you can see the market moving. Because I promise you, there's going to be a lot of minute detail within that one way. This doesn't mean that it's one. I'm not saying one time frame, one this, one that, one third. That's a little bit different. Now you're going to system development. But when I say one way, I mean one way the market moves, and look for that over and over and over. So what I've been doing, the core of what I've been doing has been the same my entire trading like lifespan, right? All 3.5 years. But, major but, not capital. I have added, tweaked, adjusted, and expounded on the information I do know. But the same core, the core is the same. How I see the market is the same. But again, I've been able to add on to it. It's like a house. I'm expanding onto it. It's going to come from repetition. It's not going to come from variety. You want to become a master of one thing, not basically not a what's the saying? You want to be, don't be a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Right? You want to be a master of one thing, because if you can spot that, man, time in, time out, that's all that matters. And it's keep getting better and better. One setup that you trust, it's going to outperform 5 that you kind of see. You don't need to do trade support resistance. You don't need to trade sequential channel breaks, or you don't need to do any of these things. You don't need to do retest on an EMA if that's not what you deem as like easy identifiable. And again, I'm not saying you don't have to work now. You may not understand anything at first. Like, it depends on where you're at in the journey. So don't take somebody who may be at month 18 for somebody who's on day 18 or week 18. 2 different places. But just understand, man, like when you see either or like myself, if you see somebody who's doing it, you're like, yo, I want to learn how they learn. Buy into the process. Trust the process. Like, just learn how they do it, because clearly it works. It's as simple as that. Then from there, you choose things that fit your schedule. You choose things. Once it fits your schedule, you refine it some more. You journal it, right? And you rinse and repeat, and you keep doing this over and over and over. You do not need multiple plays. You just need one dialed in system. And again, there's going to be different ways you can view it, but you need one way. And this is not the last, like the best for last or the worst, right? All 3 of these are equally important. But the third thing I want to say that I really wish somebody would have told me is, this actually might be the most important. Dude, this is going to take longer than you think. This journey, it is, I say it in Spanish, es un viaje. It's a journey. All right. This is going to take longer than you think, man. Most people, and I don't really understand. I truly don't. I don't understand how some people think that they're going to get this in 30 or 60 days. And it's not like that. I understand the point of where they're coming from, but you have to be realistic. If things were that easy, like this is a business, like any other business. People say things who've never done it. I've started businesses. I've had contractors and employees. Like I've done this stuff. I've made $10,000, $20,000 a month, all type of stuff from other business endeavors, right? Like, I understand what this takes. It takes work. It's like people say, just start a business. It's like, dude, you understand? You got to go market. You got to get clientele. It takes time to build. And when you're a business owner or entrepreneur, you only eat what you kill. Like you a true, like a hunter gatherer. It's gonna be the same thing with trading, man. Like, and that's why it's important for a while to keep a job and all type of things. Now there may be a point where you need to leave. That's up to you to decide. You know what I mean? I'm not here to tell you that. That's talk to you and your family. But dude, like, you want to actually understand this takes time. It's going to take time to build that skill. This is a skill that can pay you forever. Like, it can pay you for the rest of your life. Whether you're a millionaire, whether it's funding your retirement to retire faster, whether it's paying for every vacation now for the rest of your life. This is a skill that can pay you forever. Do you not think a skill like this is going to take work ethic and energy and time to master? And it's not even like a mastery thing. It's like you do it and then it's based, like I always say, it's like staying in shape. You have to keep working out, because you can get fat. You can get bad at trading too. You can get worse. You can start seeing stuff bad. It's constant repetition. This is literally what I teach my students all the time, bro. Like, it's constant repetition. Stop looking at it like, yo, you've been doing this for 3, 4, 5 years, so you don't need a back test. No, you need the back test, bro. You, like, LeBron didn't stop working out because he's playing. Steph Curry didn't stop working out because he's the best shooter. you have to keep doing it. You'll become Ben Simmons. If y'all don't know the NBA, you become Ben Simmons, bro, if you stop practicing. Somebody who ain't gonna shoot jump shots and then just like, come on, man. Like, you don't want to be like that. No nod to him. Obviously, I don't know him personally, but y'all know if you watch basketball. You know what I'm saying? That man ain't even, no, he ain't even playing no more. So you want to have a strong foundation, a strong process, man, because no strategy itself will save you without this. Like, progress is going to be slow at first. It is not a straight line. We all wish, God, everything was a straight line, but it's not. What happens is there's like a U curve where it compounds. Like, for example, the things it takes, the time it takes me to do things now, it used to take me 2 months to do what I can do now in 10 days. Like, and obviously it's more, there's more moving parts now too, but that's just what comes when you just, again, understand the language. Same thing with me in Spanish now. It takes me quite a bit to speak and I have to really think. But in another year and a half, I'm just going to be like spitting it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it just takes time, man. But the right system, the right structure, and most importantly, the right guidance and mentorship can and will shorten your timeline. So you can make it work, but only if you're patient, if you're systematic. So if you are interested in getting guidance along your journey, like I said, 1, if you want to learn more about futures trading, join my next challenge. 2, join the wait list. I'm sure when this video comes out, it'll be just the wait list, right? I'm gonna work on that later. Join the wait list for the foundational development program. If you're on the earlier part of your journey and you want to have a strong foundation, you don't have any foundation yet, you can use that. Or if you want to just jump straight into it, you want to get to profitable as fast as possible, and whether you're newer to the journey or you've been trading for a while, then make sure you apply to work with me one-on-one. Please be sure you're serious. I only work with serious people. I don't accept anybody who's not serious. And let's get your journey on track. Like I said, man, this is a skill that can pay you for the rest of your life. But make sure you give it the respect it needs as well. Because something like this is not going to come easy, and it's not going to come without sacrifices. Hope y'all got value from this video. Make sure you share the video, subscribe, and like the video. And until next time, much love.